going through Chad's latest video here, and I caught him. Saying something I thought I'd point out here. He said this before. Many other people have said stuff like this before, but basically, this guy's a liar. He's a liar, just like all the other end times prophecy hobbyists and professionals who make money off the end times. Chad doesn't make money that I know of, but many of them do. All of them are liars. They all use this verse, this passage of scripture, deliberately in the wrong way to make it sound like the time is near and there's no arguing it. We know the time is here. We know it's near. And here's their verse. Here's the verse they're going to use for proof. And, here's what the Chad's going to do in this video. I want you to listen carefully to what he does. He's going to tell us all that we are the generation that saw the fig tree. So we saw the fig tree bloom, which was Israel becoming a nation. And when we see that happen, we are the generation that shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. I'm sure you guys have all heard that theory. Chad has just finished reading that, and he's now going to make a couple of points that I want to let him make the points. Then I want to point out how deceptive these people are. How they can come across all nicey nice and bright-eyed and blue-eyed and innocent and Midwestern folksy young man sitting in his car, just telling you the truth from the heart. When meanwhile he's full of crap. Okay, and he's going to deliberately manipulate wording. He's going to deliberately try to pull a fast one on you here. Okay, ready?
When you interpret this scripture correctly, it's saying Israel's going to become a nation again. And Jesus is saying when this happens, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled, including the 7-year tribulation period. It's incredible. We're there, guys. Verily, when you see these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Now he just said in no uncertain terms, we're there. We are the generation that saw this, and it will not pass away before all these things come to pass. That is the end of time as we know it. Did he not just say that? Did he not just declare that? Has he not said this multiple times in the past? Well, yes, he has. Go watch his videos. He said this at least 30 other times, along with the rest of the liars that manipulate that verse, that passage.
Now, how long's a generation? All right. Well, when you go to the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 10, it records, the days of our years are 70 years, which is 70 years. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow, for soon it is cut off and we fly away. I like that last part, and we fly away. Kind of sounds like the rapture of the church, doesn't it?
Okay, so he just made the point that a generation is 70 to 80 years. So, again, to recap, I just want you to follow along. We are the generation who saw the fig tree bloom. The fig tree blooming was Israel becoming a nation again in 1948. A generation is 70 to 80 years. There you go. Did he not just say that explicitly and clearly?
Anyways, 70 years to 80 years. The book of Psalms 90:10 talks about a 70 year, and if by reason of strength they be 80 years, which is 80 years. Now, Israel became a nation again May 14th of 1948. It is now 2019. We're going on 2020 here soon. It's been over 71 years since Israel became a nation. So let's not get caught up on dates and saying, oh, it's 71 years. Jesus is coming on the 72nd or the 73rd year.
Wait a minute.
There still needs to be 7 years of tribulation. So the rapture has to happen between now and 2021.
Why wouldn't you?
Because when you look at, if you go 70 to 80 years from 1948, it takes you to a time frame of 2018 to 2028. Now, don't forget again, there needs to be 7 years of tribulation in that time frame.
Yes.
So that would mean that the tribulation period would have to start in between 2011 and 2021.
Yes, for your entire thing you just got done saying for 2.5, 3 minutes. Those things have to be true, Chad. That's what you just got done telling us.
Without getting caught up on all that, guys.
Wait, no.
Time frame of
See,
2000.
this is where they lie and manipulate. He is setting a date and then trying to pretend like he's not setting a date at the same time. See, Chad knows he doesn't really know what he's talking about. Chad knows he doesn't really know for sure. You know why Chad knows that? Because Chad is a human being. And here's what Chad said in 2015, August 7th of 2015, with the Chad video that he's taken down, by the way. I saved this to my computer, and the reason he took it down, by the way, is he went on and on and on, running his mouth about the blood moons and how they mean something, and the super Shemitah, that means something. You guys remember all that garbage? Yeah, he took this video down because he doesn't want to show you what a liar he is. He doesn't want that on the record.
The trumpet is about to sound. The rapture of the church is about to occur. Keep looking up. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Son of God, is coming quickly.
How many years can you earnestly stare into the camera with your doe eyes and tell people this and still be taken seriously? How can you say 4 years ago plus that the midnight hour is about to strike and still say the midnight hour is about to strike now, 4 years later, with the same urgency? You know how you do it? You lie. You tell people about a date. You put the date in the calendar in front of us. It's 70 to 80 years. That's what you just said. Then you backtrack when people say, well, you know what? That means we have until about 2021 before we find out what a liar this man is. So now he's going to back you off. Well, wait, don't get all caught up in it. What are you talking about, you filthy liar? You just said to get caught up in it. You just said that's what we're supposed to be caught up in. Now you're going to back us off and say, well, don't get caught up in it? This is what is so deceptive and evil about these people. They will sit there and they will talk in a nice tone of voice to you. By the way, they block you, they ban you, they try to stop you from saying this on their channels because they can't handle it. The truth, like a light beam, shines on their darkness and exposes them. And by the way, Chad can't do anything about the passage of time and the lack of anything coming to pass that he says. So, Chad, I ain't going to let you get away with it, buddy. You are a liar, and I'm going to keep pointing out what a liar you are. And a fool, by the way, for setting dates like this. But here's another fool from 1993. 1993. I want you to listen to this fool, and you tell me, okay, whether or not this sounds familiar to you. Does this sound at all like Chad Boy?
Now let's think about Noah and his day, because we're living in that period now. I know you say
John Osteen, Joel Osteen's daddy. Okay?
have some lie to believe in all of that, but I'll tell you, Jesus is coming back for his church. Now let's think about Noah and his day, because we're living in that period now. I know you say, I've heard that, and heard that. Yes, but look what God's doing with Israel. Bringing her back. Look how God has destroyed the Soviet Union and knocked down those walls and let those Jews out to come into Israel again. I'll tell you, God's doing things today.
Well, he did indeed.
Jesus said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man.
Jesus is coming soon, 1993. So I don't even know why I bother. You guys all know that this has been going on for hundreds of years. You guys all know that this stuff has been talked about like this for 50 years at a very high intensity. You guys all know this, but you refuse to listen and believe. You refuse to care because you love your lies and you love your liars. So, Chad, I want you to stop now, son. I want you to stop delivering a false gospel where you warn the lost to get saved because Jesus is coming soon, so they better get saved. That is a false gospel. You do not know that. And that's not why people should be getting saved anyway. They don't get saved to escape 7 years of hell on earth, Chad. So, son, stop preaching your false gospel. Number two, stop lying to people and telling them what's going to happen soon when you don't know that. That's a lie. Stop lying. Number three, about the fig tree generation. It's not in the Bible. There's no such thing. Jesus did not say blooming of fig trees is a sign of anything other than summer. That's what the word says. So stop lying about that. And number 4, stop calling your brothers and sisters mockers and scoffers walking after their own lusts just because some of us don't agree with your view of the news events. You got it? Please